Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The Diagnostic Trouble Code, DTC P0171, indicates that the fuel system is operating too lean. This condition is detected by the Powertrain Control Module, PCM, when it finds that the mixture of air and fuel being supplied to the engine is not within the optimal stoichiometric range. This specific DTC affects critical components such as the air-fuel ratio, or AF, sensor, which monitors the oxygen levels in the exhaust and provides feedback for fuel adjustments. The PCM continuously adjusts the short-term fuel trim to maintain the ideal air-fuel ratio under various driving conditions. If the long-term fuel trim value exceeds a normal range and is deemed too lean, the PCM flags this as a malfunction and stores the DTC. Regular monitoring of the fuel metering components is essential to ensure smooth operation of the engine. In summary, the DTC P0171 identifies a lean fuel condition that can impair engine performance and emissions control. Understanding the role of components like the air-fuel sensor and the importance of short and long-term fuel trims can help diagnose the issue more effectively. By following the systematic troubleshooting steps, including monitoring engine RPMs and driving at specified speeds, you can accurately diagnose and resolve the problem. Preventive maintenance is an essential aspect of avoiding these faults in the future, ensuring that all systems are operating correctly. Regular checks and diagnostics can keep your Honda Accord performing at its best, leading to a more enjoyable driving experience. The Powertrain Control Module, PCM, plays a crucial role in engine performance by monitoring the combustion process through the air-fuel ratio, AF, sensor. The AF sensor measures the oxygen content in the exhaust gases, allowing the PCM to adjust fuel injection dynamically. The fuel control strategy consists of two essential components: short-term fuel trim and long-term fuel trim. Short-term fuel trim continuously adjusts the fuel injection to maintain the desired air-fuel ratio, while long-term fuel trim indicates longer-term adjustments due to wear or component degradation. Thus, when the PCM could not maintain the proper ratio because of issues like fuel metering failures, it triggers a DTC P0171. The location of these sensors is typically found in the exhaust system, precisely downstream of the engine. Proper warehouse of these parameters ensures that the vehicle operates efficiently and meets emission standards. Potential causes for the DTC P0171 include several failures in the fuel system and related components. First, a fuel pump failure restricts the fuel flow necessary for proper engine operation. Next, injector failure impedes the injector's capability to deliver an adequate amount of fuel, also causing a lean condition. Another contributing factor might be a throttle body air leak, which allows excess air into the intake, skewing the air-fuel ratio. Other causes may include malfunctioning sensors, like the manifold absolute pressure, MAP sensor, or mass airflow, MAF sensor. These components are vital in measuring incoming air and ensuring the correct fuel delivery. Vacuum leaks, misinstalled hoses, and issues with valve timing can worsen the situation. It is important to evaluate each potential cause methodically to identify the root of the problem. When experiencing DTC P0171, various symptoms may manifest. One of the most common issues is engine misfires, which occur due to an improper air-fuel ratio. These misfires can lead to rough engine idling and reduced engine performance. Another noticeable symptom is poor fuel economy. The engine struggles to maintain efficient combustion when too little fuel is introduced. Additionally, increased emissions may result from unburned fuel or inefficient combustion caused by the lean condition. While some symptoms may be mild, Continuous operation under these conditions can lead to severe engine damage over time. A deep dive into these symptoms is necessary to ensure that the problem is effectively resolved before it escalates. The first step in troubleshooting DTC P0171 involves starting the engine and holding the engine speed at 3,000 revolutions per minute, RPM, without any load, meaning the vehicle should be in park or neutral for a continuously variable transmission, CVT, or in neutral for a manual transmission, MT. This specific RPM should be maintained until you hear the radiator fan activate, indicating that the engine has reached an appropriate temperature. This process helps stress test the engine under controlled conditions, allowing for an accurate assessment of the fuel trim status. Monitoring engine parameters during these steps is essential for diagnosing potential issues effectively. In this step, you will need to drive the vehicle at a steady speed between 15 and 75 miles per hour for at least 15 minutes to monitor the long-term fuel trim. This range allows for a practical scenario where the vehicle operates in normal conditions, providing insights into the engine's fueling needs. If the long-term fuel trim remains around 1.0, it suggests that the vehicle is operating correctly or has just minor issues. However, if the long-term trim rises or falls significantly, it indicates persisting problems in the fuel system, warranting further inspection. Pay attention to monitoring the trim as it provides valuable information about the engine's health and efficiency. This step involves driving the vehicle at a reduced speed of between 15 and 55 miles per hour for a minimum of 40 minutes to allow time for the long-term fuel trim to stabilize. This driving pattern is essential, especially after clearing any DTCs by disconnecting the battery or using a scan tool. This step will help refresh the long-term fuel trim and allow for a more accurate diagnosis of the issue. Bear in mind that adherence to traffic regulations and ambient conditions must be observed to ensure both safety and compliance. A stable long-term fuel trim at this point indicates that the root issue may have been minor, allowing for a more straightforward resolution. After the necessary repairs have been performed, it's crucial to verify the efficacy of the fixes. Begin by confirming that the DTC has been cleared from the PCM and that there is no persistent malfunction present. It's vital to check if the malfunction indicator light, MIL, has remained off following the repairs, as its presence could indicate further issues. After verifying these conditions, conduct a test drive that mimics standard driving conditions to ensure the vehicle runs smoothly. The goal of this final step is to ensure that the long-term fuel trim values remain stable and that the engine operates efficiently. A successful verification will not only ensure that the immediate issue has been resolved, but also promote long-term vehicle health. Preventive maintenance is critical in keeping the engine healthy and avoiding DTCs like P0171. Conducting regular inspections of the fuel delivery system, including vital components like fuel pumps, injectors, and sensors, can catch potential issues before they escalate. Additionally, routine diagnostic checks will provide insights into engine health and efficiency. It is beneficial to ensure that all critical parts, such as the air-fuel ratio sensor and MAP sensor, are functioning optimally. Keeping connections and hoses leak-free will also prevent unwanted air from infiltrating the engine. Overall, a well-maintained vehicle not only enhances performance, but also increases longevity. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.